Hey y'all, this is Anya DecoToes. Welcome back. I am back again. And as you can see, I have pretty much all of my makeup on except for a few things because I have part of a very cool collection that I want to show you today. So let's get started. The collection I'm talking about is from the brand GLAMLITE. And I have never tried this brand before. And I am so glad that at this point I did because spoiler alert, I am impressed. So guys, I have a weakness for things that are not what they look like. And you'll see what I'm talking about later in this video, but this collection had a very cool theme, I think. It is a personal preference. Of course, everybody likes different things, but for me, this was just awesome. I wanted to buy the whole thing, but I had to like really contain myself and stop. But I have a feeling that at some point in time in my life, the other palettes are going to find their way in my life. So the collection that I am talking about is called Happy Hour. And let me just briefly show you what I got, and then I will show you swatches, close-ups, and then at the end we're going to get into putting them on my face. So of course, first up is the Dirty Martini eyeshadow palette. It was really hard to choose this one out of all the palettes that they had. I believe there's 4 of them total, but I had to start somewhere. So Dirty Martini is where we are starting. The collection also had 2 highlighters. The one I picked up is the Pina Colada one. The other one was called the Mimosa highlighter. It was a lot more yellow and I thought it was just going to be too dark on my skin tone, so I picked up this one. And then, okay, so you know how I said I like things that don't look like what they really are? Well, this is what I was talking about. So there are 5 lip products in this collection. There are 3 glosses and 2 liquid lipsticks. And this is one of them. It looks like a bottle of alcohol. Okay, this one is vodka. I thought these were so adorable and I just couldn't help myself. I had to buy them. So we are going to jump into all the close-ups and all the swatches right now. So as you can see, this is the whole collection. This is the card that it came with. Very cool. I mean, honestly, it was really hard not to buy every single item in this collection. But the palette that I got came in this adorable packaging, which I am keeping. The outer casing is just plastic, but it's super cute and I'm definitely going to keep it. And then this is the eyeshadow palette. Oh my goodness, you guys, these colors are very beautiful, especially if you're into that color story. Absolutely amazing. And these swatches, I was so impressed, especially because this is not like an overly expensive brand as a whole. The eyeshadow palettes are $35 each. So again, not horribly expensive, and the quality of these swatches were absolutely stunning. Now this right here is the highlighter. Packaging is so cute again, and this shade is like in your face, glowing. You can see it from a different planet. I have to like go in with my brush very lightly if I don't want it to be like blinding. So super happy with this one. Again, this whole collection is just stunning. And these are the 5 lip products right here. Again, how cute are they? And here are the swatches. And I will show you swatches of them on my lips, of each and every one of them, in a little bit here. So you guys, this was the whole collection. And I hope you are just as excited as I am about this. So I actually received this collection a few days ago and I have played with it. I have done 2 eyeshadow looks, which I will show you right now. This one right here I was wearing in my previous BoxyCharm unboxing video. It was very green Then this one right here, I used some of the teal colors, and today I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but there's definitely some shades that I have not used yet, and I am super excited to get into that. So to begin, I'm going to apply some highlighter first, and I'm just going to go in with this little brush, and I'm barely gonna go in there. I just did like 2 taps in there, and let's apply it. Now, just for this video, because I am not going anywhere today, the highlighters never show up in my lights very well, but I will show you the full intensity of what this highlighter can do. And I also put some right here, my Cupid's bow. I love doing that because it gives you like this like pouty lip. Okay, I have zoomed in just a little bit so you can see it. There it is, right there. Do you see that? How blinding that is? I love it. And I have actually been using this as my inner corner highlight. I will change the camera view a little bit so you can really see what I'm doing on my face, and we'll get started. Alright, first up we're going to go in with this vodka shade, and it is a transparent high shine gloss with a pearl finish. And I'm going to read the descriptions of these from the GLAMLITE website. So they all come with this kind of a triangular applicator on them. So this is what this shade looks like. It is very high shine, and it's got little sparkles in there. Very nice. Next up we have Irish Cream, and it is a high shine nude gloss with coral undertones. So let's put this one on. And this is what this shade looks like. It is very opaque and very light. I'm not sure if it's like my all-time favorite. It's definitely not, and I will tell you which one is my favorite. It's actually the one that I'm about to do. But this is what this shade looks like. And this is going to be my favorite shade. It is called Whiskey, and ironically, I really like whiskey. It says it's a warm terracotta high shine gloss, and just wait till you see this one. Alright, I've changed positions a little bit, but this is this whiskey shade. I love this. It's like pinky, but not totally pinky. It's beautiful. Favorite one out of all. And also, I forgot to mention, they do have a very pleasant scent, which I think in a lip product is important. And I have already applied this next shade called Rum. And this is the first liquid lipstick, and it says it is a warm, creamy, nude liquid lipstick with soft brown undertones. I feel like it is actually a very nice and flattering shade. I do have to say that they are very creamy. I don't usually wear liquid lipsticks, and I would normally put a lip liner around my lips, but I did want to show you guys what this shade looks like just on its own. So this is what it is. And the last and final shade scares me, so I'm going to take this off and show you what that looks like. And you guys, this is the last shade. It is again a liquid lipstick. It's called Pinot Noir. I never know again how to pronounce that. Anyways, it is a highly pigmented, smooth and creamy liquid lipstick that sits comfortably with a cool berry undertone. Now, the thing that scares me about this, and not just this, but any kind of a really dark lip product, is first of all, getting it on my teeth. Second of all, the way they wear off, you can really see it. And third of all, if you make any mistakes, like going around, if it's uneven, you can really see it. So I don't tend to reach for these. It is a very nice shade, actually. And yeah, very comfortable. But I will go ahead and remove this and reach for my whiskey again. Alright, so this last shade definitely didn't come all off, but we're just going to ignore that. And we're now going to jump into the star of the show, which is this eyeshadow palette. Fun fact, I have never had a dirty martini, and I hate olives. But this palette, on the other hand, beautiful. And again, these are the shades that we are going to be working with. So I am going to do 2 looks in this video, 1 on each eye. And for this left eye, I want to try to do more of a cool tone look. So I will start off with the shade Dirty Martini, and I will put that in my crease. And I just touched it super gently, super gently. And I barely dipped into the palette, and it blends out so beautifully. I'm just like very gently swooping it across. These shadows are very impressive. And I am going in with a little bit more of it. Now I have wiped the brush off so that it doesn't have any color on it, and I'm just going to blend it a little bit. And here we have the first shade, and now we are going to deepen out the outer corner. And to do that, I'm taking the shade Dry Firm Out. Again, I think that's how you say it. And this eye is always harder for me to do. As you can see, I mean, this shade is pigmented. I'm just tapping it in there. And now with that first brush cleaned off, I'm just going to blend in this upper edge. And I'm going to add just a little bit more of that shade because I can see that it's not very even over here. And I'm just blending it out again. Also, this inner edge I will blend out. I will put a shimmer shade on top of this, but I still don't want it to be as rough. And here is the look so far. By the way, I am using a mixture of Rephr brushes, that's very hard for me to say, and ColourPop also. And I'm going to go in with the shade Crisp, which is a shimmer shade. And I gotta say, I use shimmer shades wet. I spray the brush with my setting spray. For some reason, these I prefer to use them dry. The first time I used them, and I used them wet the first time, I had some creasing on my eye. I'm not sure why, because it never happens to me, but these are definitely beautiful when used dry. And I am packing that onto the middle of the lid up to my crease. I love this shade, love it. And for the inner portion of my lid, I've definitely been reaching for Vodka-Tini, and I will put that in right here. It's just this very cool, not as in cool tone, but a very cool color. It's light and shimmery, and it really brightens up the eye. And here are those shades that pretty much finishes up the upper lid. And now I'm just going to do the bottom one. Now, because I don't want the bottom lid to be as deep and dark as the top one, I'm actually going in with varnish on this tiny ColourPop brush. I'm going to put that in the outer corner. And I went ahead and put it in about halfway through. Now in the middle, I'm going back in with Crisp. And I'm pretty much trying to mimic what the top lid looks like. So we are going to finish it off with Vodka-Tini in the inner part. I had a little eyelash in my eye, so if my eyes are a little bit watery or red, just ignore that. We are going to move on. I'm taking the highlighter shade Pina Colada and putting that in my inner corner. I will go ahead and finish the eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have tight lined my eye about halfway through the lid with this Buxom Call Me waterproof eyeliner. And I added some Essence Lash Princess mascara to both the top and the bottom lashes. And this is what the finished eye looks like. Now for this other eye, I decided I wanted to try to make a very neutral look using the browns. So I am taking Extra Dirty first on my fluffy brush, and I will, well, let's see how that works. I will pack it in the outer corner. and I'm going to drag it through the crease. The shade looks very brown in the pan, but on the eye it really is leaning more towards like an olivey green. Now I have cleaned this brush off and I'm just going to blend it outwards because there isn't, other than the green that I used in my crease in this other eye, there isn't another neutral one that I can use. So I'm just going to stick to this one shade and just make it deeper right in the outer corner into the crease, and then just blend it outwards and up. And I actually really like the way this looks right now. I'm going to add just a tiny bit more. And at this point, I'm going to tell you that there are so many other looks that I can think of to create with this palette. I mean, you can definitely do an all like bluish teal look. You can go with this neutral one. You can mix the shades. I mean, it's a really, really nice palette. I'm so happy that I ended up buying it, and the more I use it, the more I want to get all of the other palettes. Okay, that was very easy to blend out, and now we're going to reach in to the shimmer shades. First, I'm taking a flat rougher brush. It's the 28, which I used to apply all my shimmers, and I am going to put the shade Chilled, which is a shade I haven't used yet. So I'm very curious, and I'm going to pop that in the middle of the lid up to the crease. This shade is so absolutely stunning. It's like this bronzy burgundy, but then in the light it hits like a olivey gold shade. I love it. And now I'm taking just a splash to again lighten up and brighten up the inner part of the eye. That is the lightest neutral shade in this palette. They are so like reflective and shiny and sparkly and all of that. I love it. And this time I'm just going to replicate the top on the bottom. So I'm starting off with Extra Dirty on my tiny ColourPop brush. This is like my favorite brush for the bottom lid. It's the E20 because it's like fluffy, so you can really blend things out, but it's also tiny. Now going in with Chilled. Continuing with just a splash. And I am going to finish off by putting the highlighter, eyeliner, and mascara, and I'll be right back. Alright, here is the close-up of the second eye look. And here are both of the eyes together. I love them. One is definitely more neutral, brown leaning. The other one is totally green. And I love them. I love this palette. And this completes this video and my review of this palette. Like I said, I love it. I love the lip products, most of them at least. The one shade is a little scary for me, but it's still a beautiful shade if you are into those colors. The highlighter, I mean, in your face, you know, but you can definitely tone it down if you just use a tiny bit of it. And the eyeshadow palette is amazing. I completely want to buy the remaining 3 of them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified every time I upload, because you never know when that's going to happen. And I will see you again soon. Bye.